Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Cosmic Fantasy. We were in the cave, and I went off camera and went through most of that cave, and it eventually led me back out. So I figured, well, there's nothing else in there, so I'm not gonna put you guys through that. I mean, what's the point? There was nothing in there. You just would have watched me play more, fight more monsters that we're gonna be fighting anyways. So fuck it. So we're gonna go back to town, see if anything changed. Which probably won't. I don't know what to do after that. So if this video is really short when I upload it, you know why? Because I couldn't figure it out. Otherwise, I don't know. Let's see. Alright, let's go back down here. You there. My son's been taking over the family business, blah blah blah. But customers list or at least stick around. Stick around a while. My wife's stew will be ready for Vara to sing to us, etc. Okay, how do we change the night then? That's what we need to do then, eh? Don't enter a lady's bedroom without permission. Like, wonder if we can just slip right through it. I don't think we can. It's weird. I can interact with it too. With yeah, that's interesting. I'm just intrigued by the coding of this game to some degree. It's I don't know. So we need to change this to, we need to come back while it's night? Or maybe find an excuse to go up the stairs? I don't know. Let me go here. So what do we do? What can we do? What should we do? Questions, questions, questions. Go back? We might have to go back. I don't know. Let's see what happens when we go down here. It'll most go, yeah, as I thought. But let's check the map. I'm thinking might go back here. I'll just sit here just in case anything triggered. I don't know. Yeah. Then I'll go over here. If nothing happens, then I really don't know. I really don't know at that point. I'll probably have to quit recording and simply look up a guide or something. Anything changed over here now? No, I don't think so. Nope, same shit. For the most part. What about here? Nothing? Anything? Yeah. So what do we do? I guess we only can do is go through that one little entrance. I was actually gonna look at the stats, but yeah, fuck it. I was gonna see how long until they leveled, but it doesn't matter. And he's gonna be weak no matter what. Although she's handling herself a little bit better now, but it's still, she's still a little weak. But better. Oh, she gained no. Nice. No points or no spells, so she's still pretty useless on that front. You know, it's kind of strange. She is the better spell user on this game so far, but yet she sucks. Or rather, she doesn't have enough spells to use. Like, why give her that much mana points when she doesn't have a variety of spells? It doesn't make sense. She's more of a medic. Well, I guess she could be a medic in terms of this. Maybe she's just a priestess. What's over here? Will there be any quest triggers here? Some new monsters at least. Chris Flaw? Weird. Damn, just thinking well on this one. Took about quite a good amount of hits. 10 points, nice. Okay, I'm gonna have Van concentrate on the tentacle monster. No, no, fool. Alright. She's doing a little bit better now, 10 damage per pop, so she can give, I don't know, maybe if you concentrate it properly, you can set it up better. I don't know. I'm going with that. Fan getting level, nice. $35 still though. He's not getting any stronger so far. It's just more health. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's kind of disappointing. Wow, she did 17. That's impressive. Wow. It's consistent too. Like, what changed? Oh, now it's back to 10 points. Well, bizarre. Maybe we're just getting lucky on critical hits. Is there critical hits on this game? I don't know. What could I talk about that I didn't talk about in the last video? See, I rambled on endlessly about my translation project, so let's not talk about that. What other things am I doing? Really, there's not much else I'm doing. I'm just trying to learn programming. Python specifically, as I've mentioned briefly. It's been going a little bit better now. Like, I go off and on trying to learn programming, and there's just something I just can't. Like, there was a key concept that I just could not understand that was preventing me from going further, and it was just utilizing. It was basically I didn't really know how to utilize an array or even a list. Like, I understood the concept, but I didn't understand how important it was. Like, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know, the idea of memory storage to keep data somewhat self-contained, or not what's the word I'm looking for, to exist outside of it, outside of the scope, basically. I didn't really connect the dots that you need to put in an array or a list to do that, and that you can then put objects in a list or an array depending on what you're trying to do. And Python is pretty much one and the same, though it's a little different on that, a little easier in some sense. Although sometimes when I'm trying to work with an array in Python, like I started with C++, and I didn't get very far for obvious reasons. C++ is just a difficult language, and there's a lot of nuances that you have to deal with. So an array in Python acts more like a list. So taking some ideas that I have of C++ arrays, which is more or less the same concept or same idea within most languages, because an array is a very simplified container of data, basically. Like, it's just the most simple, simplistic way of storing memory. So it makes sense that every other language has a very similar behavior. But so you can't do all the same things that you can do in Python, or at least not in the same way. Don't ask me how, because I don't remember at this point. I just know that sometimes I think something should work the way it should, and it doesn't. It's like, oh, Liz Doom, what the fuck? I don't know what that is. You try it, but I have no idea. She still hasn't gained us any fucking spells, too. What the fuck? No, magic. No, stop it. Alright. Let's see. What's up here? More monsters. This is really exhausting me. It's really zapping the fun out of this game. Like, I'm trying, but holy shit. I can only do so many encounters. But anyways, I'm learning Python very slowly but surely, and since I kind of established how important lists and arrays are, like basically how important data management is, like it didn't even dawn on me until like there was something. It was like a eureka moment, or for something so simple that programming is just data management. That's all it really is. So you have to make use of an array in order to keep things cohesive, because that's the whole point of the program. So it made everything make sense, from just basic algorithms to how your Windows will, or at least how it once did. I don't know about modern computers nowadays, but how it used to defragment memory in order to basically clean up and run better, because you're basically sorting out the memory. Like, these things started to make sense now. Like, it's like, whoa, mind blown. But it's a little neat realization for me. But since I knew that, like, I've managed to make a little simple program where I have a basic AI that practically picks fruits into a basket. It didn't finish. I didn't finish it though, because it was becoming more. Basically, I did it on the whim, just to learn, pretty much put what I believed was correct about programming at that point, because essentially I felt confident that I knew it now. Like, I understood how to program at that point, basically. Even though I didn't understand Python language to the full extent, I knew enough about programming that I could actually make that program. So that's kind of what I did. So I was challenging myself with each idea of lists, arrays, and just kind of go from there, even classes and stuff like that. Just you know, challenging what I believe was correct. And I was correct, and I managed to get that program to run, but it became very ungodly, because it's just not spaghetti code. That's not true, because it's very organized, but it's just the logic of the code, the the AI pipeline and everything else. Is that even the right word to use in this? But anyways, it's the flow of it was all over the place because I did not give it enough thought. Like I probably could break it down and just kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Forgot the word. Refragment? No, reformat? No. Oh, that's gonna bug me now. What's that word? Oh, same. I came close to it. Came close to the word. I don't remember. Basically, just rewrite the code, something a little bit more accessible or a little bit more logical, I guess. But in any case, it works. It doesn't go into the extent I wanted to. I wanted it also to, once it sorts all the apples and everything, checking it, make sure it's got its own checklist done, whether or not it's over budget or under budget. And then it would try to kind of pick and choose to a proper budget from there. But I just didn't want to deal with that code anymore. I want to try something different. So that's kind of where I left off right now as far as my experiences. God damn all this. God. Like, god damn, why am I like not even a few steps away? His spells are, god, what the fuck? Sorry, it's so frustrating because I didn't even walk 2 steps for another random counter, and it really takes my enjoyment out of this game so fucking much. And it's a very small enjoyment too, because this game is not the most enjoyable game. I thought, like, even then, back then, I don't think it was the best game in my head anyways, because I played it a few times. I mean, the most I remember from this game is the fucking music and the intro scene. But other than that, this game is really bland. It's just more. But what, I don't know what I'm going to do with programming in itself, though. I would like to get to a competent level where I can make any program I put my mind to. I don't know if that will be the case. I mean, it can be the case. I'm competent enough to feel as if I took the time, I can learn how to make a certain program. But I obviously don't have the experience to just say, oh yeah, I can just be a networker, or I can be a web page designer, or whatever bullshit. I don't know. But it's Python. I mean, it's not that hard this language to learn. Oh, Annie's about that. Well, I guess you can use your magic on yourself. But I would eventually like to make a video game with it. It's like my childhood dream goal. Although I don't need to use Python, I don't need to use a programming language extensively. Like I can just get. Oh, that was a burp coming. I could just easily get a not even an engine, but those. I guess you could call it an engine, but like game maker. And just kind of drag and drop. But I like to have control. Like, I don't know, I guess what I'm trying to say, I would like to get experience that is relevant. And I hate saying that because I don't want to say that Game Maker is not a proper utilized, or it's not a tool that you can't. There's an inscription. Goddess Serum sealed herself in the stone to atone for her sin. Only in Salah's mercy and man's kindness can free her. So we know where the statue's at now. Okay, right. Anyways, no, I'm not gonna put down like Game Maker as if it's not a credible engine or anything like that. It's just, it has its own language, it has its own quirks that I feel would not be as beneficial moving into another project if anything would to come out from it. I think the only skills I would gain from it is on a game design standpoint and a artistic standpoint by making my own artwork and just loading it into the game. Maybe basic understanding of programming, like very rudimentary. I don't know. But I'm gonna call this a video because I really don't want to go through all this, and I'm kind of irritated with this game right now over the constant encounters. So join me next time and we'll continue playing. Thank you.